Gerald, it's day 32 of the government shutdown, and today millions of Americans no longer have access to critical federal food aid. Despite 2 federal court orders to resume funding, it's not clear if or when that will happen. Here in Central Georgia, families woke up without their SNAP benefits. However, community organizations and church groups are stepping up to fill the gap. In East Macon today, about 110 families received help from a food pantry at Grace Missionary Baptist Church. Many of those families rely on SNAP and say they're planning to make this food last as long as they can. Travis Barnhill is a father of 10 who works as a nursing assistant. He says he even cuts grass and donates plasma to feed his family. Even though he's working, Barnhill relies on SNAP benefits to keep dinner on the table.
Something that carries over into the next following month, because 30 days with no food in the pantry is a very sad situation. And I don't think no one should go through that situation. That situation is a hurtful situation. So that's why I have to go to these little places here to see, can we make it through the day, make it through tomorrow.
And while the shelves may be empty after today, the Grace Missionary Food Pantry is open every first and third Saturday of the month. You can stop by at 4205 Ocmulgee East Boulevard. Anyone is welcome to donate, volunteer, or pick up food. And the president and CEO of the Atlanta Community Food Bank, Kyle Wade, is already seeing the impacts of SNAP cuts in the state capitol. Among the people waiting in lines for food today are government workers.
Some of them were here lined up at about 8 o'clock this morning when we were getting started, on their way to a shift at the airport today. Right now we have folks who are rolling in who just got done with their workday and completed their shift. They're working without pay right now, and we're getting food to them so that while we go through this shutdown, they can continue to feed their families.
Across the nation, the SNAP benefits program provides food stamps to roughly 42 million people. 2 federal judges have ordered the Trump administration to use emergency funds to provide at least partial food stamp benefits to those impacted. While the situation plays out in courts, those most vulnerable are stuck. Jen Sullivan shares more on where people impacted can turn for food.
Decorations hang outside the Underwoods' home as they wrap up Halloween celebrations. But as the calendar flips to November, the fear of not knowing how they're going to afford groceries sets in as they lose access to food stamps.
Your kids are hungry and you can't just hand them an apple.
Stacey Underwood is a working mom with a husband with a disability and 5 children to feed. They rely on the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program to help them afford groceries.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm failing as a mom.
Roughly 42 million Americans receive SNAP benefits. The program is federally funded, but without Congress passing a new spending plan, there's not enough money to fully fund the program, frustrating many who need it.
Food should not be a political argument.
2 federal judges have ordered the Trump administration to use emergency funds to provide at least partial food stamp assistance. And President Donald Trump says his lawyers are asking the courts for legal direction, but ultimately said ending the shutdown would be the best solution.
All they have to do is say the government is open, and that's the end of it.
Even though SNAP is federally funded, states distribute the benefits. Some state governments have stepped up to pay for the program until the federal shutdown ends. Meanwhile, many local food banks are worried about not having food.
Food shelves were never intended to replace grocery stores. That is what we are seeing right now.
A large charitable organization, Catholic Charities USA, has launched an emergency fundraising effort to help families in need during this time.